Let's discuss the chain rule, which teaches us how to differentiate a composition of functions. It's one of the most powerful differentiation rules and one that often causes the most confusion. So first, let's state it, and then we'll demonstrate it with a few examples. If y equals f of u is a differentiable function of u, and u equals g of x is a differentiable function of x, y equals f of g of x is a differentiable function of x, and dy dx will be dy du times du dx. Very nice. Or equivalently, the derivative of f of g of x is going to be equal to f prime of g of x times g prime of x. Beautiful. This is the chain rule. Its proof is a little involved and we'll skip it for now. So let's take a look at an example. Let's see. Let's look at f of x equals 3x minus 2x squared to the third power. Now you see that this function is clearly a composition. One way for us to find the derivative of this function is to expand this into a polynomial and then differentiate a polynomial, which we certainly know how to do. Another way is to see this as a composition. So that being said, if we define, well, let's call this function h. We need to find functions f and g such that h of x equals f composed with g of x. And again, this just means f of g of x. So what functions f and g will make this work? Well, we could choose f of x equals x cubed and g of x equals 3x minus 2x squared. And then we see that h is f composed with g. Now, certainly f prime of x is going to be 3x squared, and g prime of x is going to be 3 minus 4x. What does this mean? This means that by the chain rule, h prime of x is going to be the derivative of this composition. And remember, when we take the derivative of a composition, we're using the chain rule. This is going to be f prime of g of x times g prime of x. So in our case, this is going to turn into f prime of 3x minus 2x squared times 3 minus 4x. Very lovely. And f prime of 3x minus 2x squared, as you can see here, f prime of x is 3x squared. So using that, we see this is going to be f it's going to be 3 times 3x minus 2x squared times 3 minus 4x. And that is the derivative. In other words, the derivative of 3x minus 2x squared cubed is equal to 3 times 3x minus 2x squared times 3 minus 4x. Beautiful. Very beautiful. Let's take a look at one more example. Let's see. Let's take a look at g of t, or let's call it h of t. H of t equals negative 7 over 2t minus 3 squared. Well, we see that h of t equals f composed with g of t, where, what is f of t going to be? Well, we can let f of t be minus 7 over t squared. And then we can allow g of t to be 2t minus 3. Yes, and then f prime of t here is going to be, let's see, should be 14 over t cubed. And g prime of t is going to be 2. Beautiful. So, using the chain rule, we have that h prime of t is f composed with g prime of t, which will be f prime of g of t times g prime of t. So this is going to be f prime of 2t minus 3 times 2. And if certainly we see f prime of t is 14 over t cubed, so this becomes 14 over 2t minus 3 cubed times 2, which is 28 over 2t minus 3 cubed.